Drag strip legends, the muscle cars that ruled the quarter mile. Welcome back to Vintage Wheels Chronicles. Today, we're diving into three absolute monsters that ruled the drag strip in the golden era of muscle cars. These weren't just fast cars. They were record-setters, quarter-mile killers, and legends that left their rivals in the dust. So buckle up, because we're about to unleash the Dodge Charger Daytona HEMI, the Plymouth HEMI Cuda, and the Chevelle SS 454 LS6. 1. 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona 426 HEMI. The 1969 Dodge Charger Daytona wasn't just another muscle car, it was a weapon built for speed. Originally created to dominate NASCAR, it carried its aerodynamic design straight into drag racing culture. The massive 23-inch nose cone and the towering 58-inch rear wing weren't for looks. They were engineered for downforce and stability. At its heart was the legendary 426 HEMI V8, the engine feared across America. With 425 horsepower and 490 pound-feet of torque, the Daytona could roar down the strip with authority. On the quarter mile, it could hit 13.5 seconds at 105 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its era. The Daytona was so fast and successful on the track that NASCAR actually banned its Aero War design. But in the world of drag racing, no ban could stop it from proving its dominance. Few cars could match the Daytona's mix of raw horsepower and aerodynamics. It wasn't just about brute force, it was about harnessing that power with precision. The Charger Daytona became a terror for anyone who dared to line up against it. Drivers loved its stability at high speeds, something rare for muscle cars of the time. The HEMI under the hood wasn't just an engine, it was a statement of ultimate performance. Even today, collectors chase the Daytona as one of the holy grails of Mopar history. Its rarity only adds to its legend, with just over 500 units ever built. Every run down the strip cemented its status as a muscle car icon. The sound of its HEMI thundering through the quarter mile was unforgettable. Many say it felt less like driving and more like commanding a rocket. Its drag racing reputation made it a car you respected, or feared. The Daytona didn't just compete, it dominated. It was the perfect combination of engineering brilliance and raw Mopar muscle. While others struggled with traction and control, the Daytona hugged the asphalt. Its quarter-mile times made it a true drag racing weapon. Car enthusiasts still debate whether it was the greatest of its time. But what's certain is that no car looked or performed quite like it. The nose and wing gave it an instantly recognizable silhouette, and that silhouette struck fear in the competition before the lights even turned green. The Charger Daytona 426 HEMI was more than just speed. It was a revolution. It symbolized Dodge's determination to out-engineer and out-muscle the rest. Every drag race it entered became part of its legend, and even decades later, it remains one of the most celebrated Mopars ever. The Daytona wasn't just a car, it was a drag strip legend, and its roar still echoes in muscle car history. 2. 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda. The 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda was a drag racer's dream. With its aggressive stance and compact body, it was born for the strip. Under the hood sat the same legendary 426 HEMI V8 that powered the Daytona. It pumped out 425 horsepower, but in reality, many believe it made far more. The torque was brutal, delivering neck-snapping launches off the line. In skilled hands, the HEMI Cuda could run the quarter mile in the low 13 seconds. Some even clocked 12-second passes with minimal tuning. This made it one of the quickest factory muscle cars available at the time. The Cuda was also lighter than many of its rivals, giving it an edge. Its shorter wheelbase meant it launched hard and carried speed quickly. Drag racers loved the way it could hook and go. Plymouth offered the car with aggressive styling cues to match its performance. The shaker hood scoop made it look as mean as it sounded. That scoop wasn't just cosmetic. It fed cold air directly into the beastly HEMI. The roar of the engine shaking under that scoop was pure intimidation. The HEMI Cuda didn't need flashy wings or nose cones. It was raw muscle. On the drag strip, it was feared for its explosive acceleration. Drivers who underestimated it often watched its taillights disappear. The car quickly became a Mopar icon among drag racers. Only a handful of HEMI Cudas were ever built, making them extremely rare. Collectors consider them among the most valuable muscle cars in history. But back in 1970, it was simply one of the best drag machines you could buy. Its quarter-mile performance made it a street legend, too. Many young gearheads dreamed of lining up in a HEMI Cuda at the lights. Its reputation grew with every race it entered. No car of its size delivered such explosive straight-line speed. It was the definition of a pocket rocket muscle car. Every aspect of it screamed performance and danger. The HEMI Cuda proved that smaller cars could pack monstrous power. It gave Mopar fans another weapon on the drag strip, and it gave rival brands a nightmare to deal with. Its mix of rarity, looks, and speed made it unforgettable. The 1970 Plymouth HEMI Cuda wasn't just a car. It was pure adrenaline on wheels. 3. 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 LS6. The 1971 Chevrolet Chevelle SS 454 LS6 was the pinnacle of Chevy muscle. It carried the mighty 454 cubic inch LS6 V8 under the hood. This engine pumped out 450 horsepower and 500 pound-feet of torque. It was one of the most powerful production engines of its era. The Chevelle SS wasn't just a big car, it was a quarter-mile monster. With the LS6, it could blast through the quarter-mile in just over 13 seconds. In the hands of skilled drivers, some broke into the 12-second range. That made it one of the fastest muscle cars available right off the showroom floor. The car had a menacing look to match its performance. Its wide stance and bold stripes made it an instant street icon. But it wasn't just about looks. It was about raw, brute strength. The LS6 was Chevy's answer to Mopar's HEMIS, and it proved that Chevrolet could go head-to-head with the best. Its torque delivery was violent, throwing drivers back into their seats. Launching the Chevelle LS6 was like being shot out of a cannon. Many drag racers immediately recognized its potential. With slicks and tuning, these cars could run even faster times. The SS 454 quickly earned respect on drag strips nationwide. It became the car that Chevy fans bragged about endlessly. The LS6 motor was the star of the show, unmatched in Chevy's lineup. The Chevelle's size gave it stability, helping it put down the power. Its dominance wasn't just in straight-line speed, it was a cultural icon, too. The car appeared everywhere, from car magazines to drag strips to local streets. Its legend grew with every race it won. Even rival Mopar fans admitted it was a serious contender. Few cars of the era combined such style and raw force. Collectors today still rank it as one of the greatest muscle cars of all time. The Chevelle SS 454 LS6 was both beauty and beast in one package. It showed the world just how far Chevy was willing to push. Its reputation as a drag racing powerhouse is untouchable. Every burnout, every launch, every run added to its legend. The 1971 Chevelle SS LS6 wasn't just fast, it was brutal, and it stands as one of the most feared Chevy muscle cars ever built. And there you have it, 3 of the most feared drag strip legends of the golden muscle car era. The Charger Daytona, with its aero advantage, the HEMI Cuda, with its explosive acceleration, and the Chevelle LS6, with raw Chevy power. Each one left a mark that's still celebrated today by enthusiasts worldwide. So tell us in the comments, which of these legends would you take to the drag strip? And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more muscle car history right here on Vintage Wheels Chronicles.